Hello Libra, how are you? My apologies, just a second. Welcome back to Marion K Tarot. So, this is going to be a reading for December 2024 Libra. Wow, we made it to the end of the year, hurrah! We are going to be using the Jane Austen Oracle. We're going to be pulling a card for that. And then we're going to be using the beautiful Yuletide Tarot by Christopher Hughes. So, let's get stuck in here and let's see what we've got to be seeing. Let us see. Apologies if you can hear my heater in the background. It's a bit chilly, Libra. So I'm filming this. It's actually -3 outside, so it's pretty cold. It's -3 Celsius, no Fahrenheit. I think I'd be dead if it was -3 Fahrenheit. So let's see. Okay, feeling of loneliness. Oh, Libra. Oh, we don't like this. What's going on here? So, feeling of loneliness. Instead of dancing with your friends, you prefer to stay in the background. Oh, how come, Libra? You know, showy is Gemini or Leo. You know, I love them very much. Don't tell them I was talking about them. But you know, it's a bit staying in the background and observing. Is that maybe what it is? What you're observing with people, or what you've been observing with people that are in your circle, is maybe something that you don't particularly like, and you are considering, oh well, what will I do? You know, is this perhaps what it is? Or there just seems to be change afoot? Because, you know, loneliness, even though this individual is depicted as being alone, like actually solitary, that doesn't always necessarily mean that a person is lonely. You know, you can be lonely in a room full of people. I think that's probably the worst kind of loneliness, you know, because you maybe have to put a face on, if you like. And that's, so maybe you're kind of retreating, and feeling of loneliness is the fact that, well, you're just not quite sure who you can trust anymore, Libra. This is coming through psychically for me. So if this resonates with you, maybe it's time to do something about it. So let's see what the tarot says, right? So can I have some cards, please, for Libra for December 2024. Okay, we've got the Page of Gifts, which is the Page of Pentacles. The Four of Candles, Four of Wands. The Queen of Good Cheer, which is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Gifts, which is the Queen of Pentacles. The Five of Good Cheer, which is the Five of Cups. And then we've got the Eight of Canes, which is the Eight of Swords. Oh, Libra. And then underneath we've got the Seven of Gifts, which is the Seven of Pentacles. And that is Taurus energy. So I'll put that there. Well, you can still see these cards. Yeah, you can. Right, okay, so it seems very much to be a reading of two halves here, Libra. So it does, because, you know, you've got the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Candles, which is the Four of Wands. And these are nice, cheerful cards. You know, you've got this, you've got the Queen of Pentacles as well. And I love how this is depicted, where, you know, you've got the the queen here, and under the tree is like a wee rabbit, like for the traditional Waite-Smith deck. I love that so much. You know, and she's the hostess, and she's giving out gifts, and there's a smile on her face, and you know, these 4 cards, so your 2 queens and your 4 of candles and your page of pentacles, you know, this all tells a story of people coming together and celebrating. And even though there's 3 people here in solitary and themselves, you know, they look happy. You know, they look and it feels like they're in a home, like in a house with other people. You know, it's just that they don't happen to be in the scene of the card. And you know, even this 7 of Pentacles or 7 of Gifts here, you know, they're under the bed. Well, it looks like as if it's a bed, or it might be a table or something. But there's gifts there, you know, it's like maybe they're hiding gifts, or they're finding gifts. But then it comes to this, the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Canes. I mean, talk about heavy energy. You know, it's like, oh. Do you know what this reminds me of the feeling that, I mean, it is traditionally a card that's seen as a card of withheld grief. You know, it's a card of Scorpio. And it's the first Scorpio card right after your cards in the Wheel of the Decans. Right after the 3 of Swords. No, sorry, 4 of Swords, my apologies. And there is just, you know, with the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and then you go into the 5 of Cups, there is just that kind of a feeling of death, grief. And that may be the case, you know, it may be like this has been a picture of times gone by. And now, particularly with the Oracle card, you're in this position now, Libra, where, you know, happier times are maybe a distant memory, or are just memories of the past. But I don't know so much, Libra, and I'll tell you why. Because we've got this 8 of Swords, which is a Gemini card. And it's self-imposed isolation. Because what looks like here is, right, so see all these wee bits here, that looks like money to me. So there is a way for this person to escape, you know, and not just to walk away. They can collect the money here, and they can go and, you know, have a nicer time than what they're inflicting on themselves. Now, maybe there is a case of this self-flagellation, Libra, that for whatever reason you feel like you need to punish yourself. Because that comes up a lot for that card, you know, there's this feeling where there's a self-imposed punishment, imprisonment, if you like, and it's an imprisonment of the mind. If we say the 5 of Cups is the grief that surrounds us with something, then the emotional pain of grief, then perhaps this 8 of Swords is the self-imposed mental anguish of whatever is hurting our heart here. But the thing is, Libra, it doesn't have to be like that. It really doesn't have to be. There are people who want to see you. There are people who want to spend time with you. And I think you've been disillusioned over the past little while, and you're now thinking that everybody's the same. You know, maybe I've never known a Libra that doesn't have more than one friend group. maybe you've been spending too much time with one particular friend group, but you're slowly starting to outgrow them. And this could be a sign of, I was talking to Gemini about this, you know, like everybody's going on about how Pluto is going to affect Aquarius because, you know, it moved into Aquarius. But what's also happening is you are being trained, your sun is being trained by Pluto for the next 20 years. So we like trines. Trines are nice aspects, but it's Pluto. So there is going to be a certain level of excavation, and perhaps that is your area where you need to excavate, Libra. You need to look at relationships. You need to look at friends who you once believed were good friends, are good people to have in your life, and then all of a sudden, you know, it might be, are they really? Do they have your best interests at heart? And you know, it reminds me of something that I read online. And it said that nobody will cheer harder and louder for you than a stranger in the internet. And it's true. And I was thinking about it, you know, I mean, I'm so blessed to have an incredible circle of friends. And the vast majority of them I've met on the internet, you know, through my work or etc. And I'm in this really fortunate position where, regardless of what time of the day or night it is, see if I need to reach out to a friend, I have got at least one friend in practically every time zone in the planet that I can, you know, message and say, look, I'm sort of struggling, you know, or do you have time for a chat, or have you got the emotional capacity for a chat, or, you know, or could we just like voice note or text, etc. And this is something that I am incredibly grateful for. So Libra, if you're feeling that people that are closest to you are supposed to be on paper closest to you, if you're feeling like they have maybe let you down, then it's maybe time to start looking further afield and don't put yourself in this position. You know, don't tie yourself up in knots and blame yourself for things. As it just feels kind of very much like what I said at the beginning of the reading here, you know, people feeling lonely in a crowded room. But so I'm going to clarify this Five of Cups here. What's the Five of Cups? Let's see. Now Libra, if you're feeling like this and it feels like it's too much, please get professional help. Please reach out to somebody. If it's a helpline or maybe, you know, like online help. There is people there who can offer support. So let's have a look at this. Five of Good Cheer. Okay, the Emperor. So your opposite sign, Aries. So Libra, I think it's time to take charge of your own destiny, of your own future. If you're feeling lonely, it's time to do something about it. Know this, not putting yourself out in the cold, okay? Recognising that perhaps there is an issue with the people around you and you're going to change. You know, maybe it's a change of lifestyle. Maybe there are friends that you've got who you maybe only go drinking with and you don't necessarily want to drink anymore, or, you know, that's not for you. So, you know, putting your foot down and taking control of your own destiny, Libra. But it definitely feels like there's a time for change. But you don't need to be lonely, Libra. Right, we're going to look at this Eight of Canes, which is the Eight of Swords. see what you can do to change this. It was the alternative. Right, alternative is the Chariot. Move away from it. Right, we've got 2 major arcanas here coming up to clarify these minor arcanas in the Libra. Take this with the way it's intended, which is from a place of kindness. It's time for you to take control of your destiny and move on. Move on emotionally. You've outgrown people emotionally. And it's time for you to find... Your quest is to find balance in all areas of your life. That is the goal of being a Libra. And this is an opportunity this month to make progress on that journey. Okay, Libra, so thank you so much for listening and tuning in. I will have my year ahead readings on my website at some point in December. If you're interested in booking one with me, I will put a community tab post up so that you can get first dibs. All right, my darlings, have a lovely holiday season, and I'll see you in the weekly readings, and that'll be getting released every Sunday as usual, and I will see you in January. Okay, Libra, you take good care now. Bye-bye.